Hi, I'm Vicky. I'm from the Urban Beehive. Along with Doug Purdy, we run about 100 beehives around Sydney, and 12 of those are grown here in the Botanical Gardens. Keeping beehives here in Botanical Gardens is such a pleasure because it's one of my most favourite places in the city. We were approached by TEDx to have a beehive here one year. So now we have 12 beehives here and on the rooftops of hotels and different businesses, and the honey produced is sold in the gift shop. The bees that I keep around the city are Apis mellifera, and they're European honeybees, and they produce a lot of honey. But native bees are just as important in our natural environment. And in Australia, we have about 1,600 different varieties. My most favourites are the blue-banded native bee and the teddy bear bee. It's really important to make sure that the bees are happy and healthy where they're going to live, so we always do a site inspection. And we look for a water source, make sure that there's enough sunlight, not too much wind. In Sydney, we're really lucky because there is such a diversity of flora, so our honey changes a lot throughout the seasons. We had a PhD student come and do a study for us, which was fantastic, and it showed that there wasn't much pollution in the honey, if at all. The bees seem to filter out. Things have changed a lot in beekeeping. I've been a beekeeper for about 20 years, and with the awareness around less plastics and homegrown food and organics, beekeeping's gone through a bit of a renaissance, so there's lots more interest in it, especially around the city. Bees love to visit the same flowers again and again. So if you have a big clump of the same flower, you're going to get a lot of bees visiting that area. They seem to really love to have a singular source of honey, and then they'll move on to other ones. So make sure that if you do plant something, have a bit of a, family of it. Put a couple of rosemary plants together, not just one on its own, and you'll have a lot more bees coming to visit you. Honeybees drink a lot of water on the hot days, which we seem to be getting more common in Sydney. So having a bird bath or a little waterfall or something like that in your garden means that the bees will collect that water, they take it back to the beehive, they spray it and they beat their little wings and turn it into kind of like an air conditioner. Bees have really taught me a lot of different lessons in life, and one of them is to slow down. You've got to have a calm behaviour when you work in the bees. You can't rush them at all. So it's actually quite good for me because I'm not the most calm person, and then working with my bees kind of puts me into that mood. Also, they've taught me a lot about where my food comes from, pesticide use, and it's made me a lot more aware about the environment around me. Pollination is good for about 2/3 of what you see in the supermarket in regards to fruit and vegetables. So it's quite important that we look after our honeybees. Australia is the last country in the world that doesn't have varroa mite. We're very lucky in that it hasn't taken hold here. As an urban beekeeper, we're on the front line because we'll notice it, especially as a port city, and it's up to us to take responsibility and to keep that strong.